Missouri Program Supervisor for Energy Efficiency, Amjad Al-Khuf, is standing by. Manage some steps in extreme heat because, Amjad, if we ever had extreme heat, it's right now. How you doing?
Great. How are you, Fawn? And
Good.
yes, you're absolutely right. Summer just started.
Yeah, I love summer, and everyone's like, this is your fault. You love summer. I'm like, it's not going to be over 100 degrees every day all summer. Please, God, no. But there are ways to keep your bill down a little bit because you don't have to have your temperature at, 72 degrees. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'd say one of the biggest ones at your home is trying to create a breeze and help circulate the air in your house. If you have a ceiling fan, you can run that, or use a box fan with your air conditioner. You can raise the thermostat 3 to 4 degrees and still would not sacrifice any comfort.
My temperature is set at 80, and I know people think that's
Wow.
extreme, but I have it at 80, and I mean, I have a fan for each dog, and I have the ceiling fan on. We have ceiling fans in the bedrooms. It's not hot in my house, but 80 degrees is comfortable for me. For some people, they would die. They would melt. But what is a good temperature just to keep your house comfortable when it's this hot?
You know what? I'd say, like just you said it, you said if you're comfortable at 80 degrees, then that's fine. I'd say it depends on everybody's, ability and what they like it hot, warm, or cooler.
Well,
I set mine usually at home at 72, and I still run a ceiling
holy
fan.
crap, that's cold. I would freeze to death at your house. I don't like to be that cold. But you know what? If you think 80 is really, really warm, go outside for 20 minutes and come in. You'll feel like it's freezing in your house.
That's true. That's true.
The only thing is it's hard to sleep when it's hot. So, I bought those ceiling fans that aren't the big helicopter things that collect dust and dog hair. I bought the little more compact ones that have a lot more oomph to them and use less power. And they really, really blow better, don't they?
They do. Like I said, it depends. My wife is pregnant, so she has the fan when we go to bed at its highest setting. So I might get one of those helicopter fans if I need to eventually.
Oh, that's hysterical. Yeah, I took them all out just because every time I tried to sweep or do something, I'd catch the handle of the broom in them. I'm like, seriously, I'm gonna hurt somebody with one of these.
Yeah,
but
safety first.
Those things really, really put off some air though, and there is a rotation choice on those that you should manipulate with the changing season, right?
Yeah, I'm really not familiar with it. I think if you change the setting, it would pull the heat up and let the cool air down. But we just run it one way, to be honest with you. The way we feel the breeze coming.
Yeah. So sometimes it sucks the air up, sometimes it pushes air down. You got to decide which one you want it on. But there are other things you can do too. Get your blackout curtains. I just have lace shears because I do like some sunlight to come in. But you can darken the room and not let that sun in because that'll heat a room up really fast.
Yeah, I'd say that's a great thought, but maybe go with lighter colored drapes, maybe with white backing on them. That would cut your indoor heat usually by 1/3.
Okay.
Lighter colors tend to absorb less light, but more, less light in the house, so that would keep your house cooler.
Okay.
And more comfortable.
All right. So, if you don't have a box fan and you can't afford one, there, like East Missouri Action Agency, there are agencies and places that will hand out fans. And quite frankly, if you just ask a neighbor who maybe is better well off than you and just say, we're dying in here, can you help us get a fan? They probably will, because we don't want our fellow citizens to be struggling in the heat.
Agreed. We do have other programs in Ameren that actually help with for income qualified customers. You can always visit Ameren.com/assistance for more information, see if you're qualified.
Mm-hmm. Just one thing that people don't do that makes me crazy, especially because I have 5 animals, so I have to be very cognizant of this, but change the filters in your house. You've got to change the filters, especially if you have animals, because if they're dirty, they're struggling to work.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's all about the flow. It's all about the flow. A plug or a dirty filter usually would force your system to work harder, and that means just wasted energy in general.
Yeah, and we're using the microwave a lot more than we normally would because last night I cooked hamburgers with a skillet, but we're using the toaster oven, we're using the slow cooker, we're using the microwave. We're trying to find ways to not heat the house up unnecessarily.
Yeah, that's great thinking. I'd say air fryers and slow cookers are the way to go if you want to cook in the kitchen. If it's not too hot outside and you have the option of grilling outdoor, that would also keep the heat outside and keep your house nice and comfortable.
Yeah. I had a Sensi thermostat in the house I lived in, but I just sold and moved into a different one. And I applied online. It said I wasn't eligible for your program, but some people would be. They should get them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Everybody should go and check smart thermostats automatically adjust settings usually when you're away, and that could save you about $180 per year. I have one of those at home, and I usually, as soon as I leave the house, I have the application on my phone, so I turn it off, and as soon as I know I'm heading back home, usually we're out for a few hours, I just turn it back on.
Yeah, your wife you'll be pulling back a stump if you try to turn that air conditioning off. She's not having it. I'm John. You're going to be in trouble. All right.
Now winning that argument.
Yeah. When a pregnant woman wins every argument because they are firecrackers, I'm telling you. I've been one, so I know. All right. So, if you want to save money, where do they go to look at payment agreements? Because, if you just can't pay your bill, there are some flexibilities there.
Yeah, they can enroll in budget billing. We have those options both in Missouri and Illinois, and that would help you spread out your seasonal high usage cost equally over the monthly payments for the full year. So you can always visit our website on the Ameren side, Missouri, or the Illinois side to get more information and see if you qualify.
Yeah, the only thing is, at the end of the year, you're going to get a bill for the difference. Whether it's tiny or huge, you're going to get a big bill or a little bill. It's all going to culminate at the end of the year for what you owe, which is the difference between what you used and what you paid. So remember that when you go into budget billing. I just keep my bill under $100 most of the time, even when it's hot like this, because I check on my account what my adjusted bill looks like it might be. And if it looks like it's projected to be super high, something gets shut off. There are no lights allowed during the day. If you want some light, open the curtain. If you want this or you want that, I am a miser. Amjad, I am very miserly when it comes to, because I don't want my bill to be high. And everybody thinks I'm crazy, but unless it's the fridge or the fans or something that needs to be plugged in, it's not. Because just those little random plugged in things are using energy.
That is correct. You can always use a smart power strip, which usually would turn off anything that's not used, so it does not use more energy and full power from your home.
So we're not saying all this stuff because we think you're stupid, folks. We're telling you these things because you may have forgotten and not given it a thought. So one more time, I'm running out of time. Where do they go, Amjad, to find all this stuff?
Ameren, Missouri. Our website is where you would go find all the information needed and all the assistance if you're qualified.
Yeah, and if you live in an older house or if you're on HUD or something like that, just remember those houses are not as well insulated as some of the newer ones, and your bill may be higher, and those window units cost more money than central air, to be honest with you, for you to run. So try to use your box fans and do what you can to keep your bill down. Amjad Alfouf is a program supervisor, energy efficiency at Ameren, Missouri. Thanks for the tips, Amjad.
Yeah, thank you for having us today.
You're welcome.
Have a great rest of your day.
Have a healthy baby. See you later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.